All right, my friend. This is one of my favorites as I've been an angry man at times, and I don't feel that inside me as much anymore after doing these release processes over the course of the last couple of years. Not a lot activates that anger anymore. I feel much more in control of that. So that's where we're going. So go ahead and sit back, close your eyes, and bring to mind an area of life which you feel anger about, rage, irritation, frustration, animosity, resentment, or perhaps a certain situation or a relationship, but something where you can feel that anger. And I'd like you to once again bring to mind that concept of a timeline. We're going to ask your unconscious mind if it's all right for you to release this anger today and for you to be aware of it consciously. Does your anger help you be who you want to be? Does it help you have what you want to have? Does it help you do what you want to do in this particular area of life or situation? Has the anger served you? And if it has, might there be a more constructive way that would help you? Is it all right with your unconscious mind for you to release this anger today and for you to be consciously aware of it? What is the root cause of this anger? The first event, which when disconnected, will cause the anger to disappear. If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth? If it was before, was it passed down to you, or was it another lifetime? Remembering that the mind may bring something that you don't consciously agree with, but it's working symbolically. If it was during, what month was it? If it was in the womb, or if it was after, what age were you? Taking the first thing the mind brings to you, just trusting the unconscious mind to bring to you what it needs so you can release this anger. And just allow your mind to float up above your timeline, back into the past so you are directly above that event into what we will call position A. Looking down on the event, noticing you may get a sense of that root cause of your anger. Noticing this will probably be at an age you don't really remember, maybe in that 3, 4, 5 age range. You may notice your mind wanting to go to present day anger or situations, but we are after the root cause, the first place where your anger started, or where you witnessed anger, or started to feel angry. Noticing in the mind how anger stacks upon itself. Going back to that first time, directly above it, looking down on that event. Now float back to what we've called position B. That is high above and well before any of the chain of events that led to that event. And look down and notice where is the anger. And float back high enough and far enough until the anger disappears. The negative emotion of anger doesn't protect you. It doesn't serve you or help you be who you want to be, do what you want to do, or have the type of life you want to have. You can let go of all the anger and find a different way to get the results you want. Come back to position A, looking down on the event, and then float down directly inside the event, looking through your own eyes, and check on the emotion. Is it there? Or has it disappeared? What is there to know that if you knew, you would no longer need the anger in this situation? Perhaps there is something to learn about yourself. What are you capable of? Who are you really? If you were to know what you were capable of, or who you were, would you still need the anger? Gather the learnings so you no longer need the emotion. It is our learnings that protect us and serve us, not the emotions. Once again, going back to position B, recognizing that you no longer need the anger, and come back along your timeline towards now, releasing all the anger on all the events all the way back to now. Noticing that the anger might make sense, but that the anger, the emotion of anger, doesn't actually help you. So often it actually gets in the way of what you really want, or gets in the way of you being who you truly are meant to be. Let go of the anger all the way back to now. Noticing all those instances of anger, all those situations where anger was activated without your permission. Noticing that you didn't choose to feel angry, you just instantly felt angry in response to something. Let go of the anger all the way back to now. What are you learning? Gather your learnings about who you are, who you could be, what you can do, and recognizing you have those learnings so you can consciously choose what to do in these situations instead of responding and reacting with anger. You're no longer fearing these situations, going into fight or flight, no longer needing that false sense of safety in anger, because you have a sense of strength because of who you are and what you're capable of. You can let go of all the anger. Assume position B before each subsequent memory, getting in tune with who you are and choosing to release the anger or the rage or the frustration or the irritation all the way back to now. And when you come back to now, I'd like you to look into the future and pick an unspecified time in the future, which if it had happened in the past, you would have felt unwarranted or inappropriate anger. Remember, sometimes anger is warranted. It makes sense sometimes. We're looking for that unwarranted, that destructive anger that doesn't serve you. And how do you respond in the future if you no longer need the anger and you have something else to help you interact with life that's connected to your values, it's connected to your beliefs as a king and what you're trying to accomplish? And when you're ready, come back to now, coming back into your chair and opening your eyes. Well done. Just take a minute to jot down any notes. You can put things in the activity feed or in the comments down below this video. I'd love to hear what you're learning as you're releasing anger and its cousins, and noticing your learnings of who you are and what you're capable of.